As Thorin mentioned, typically in history, they've won the first map when they've won a series. It's going to be really tough. It's going to be a true test of their ability to stay strong mentally, right? And even though it's going to be a new map, it's going to be their choice. They should be favorites on it. It's going to be Mousesports with nothing to lose. They're going to be able to play free, take a lot of risks, and if Cloud9 are going to be able to shut them down when they take those risks, then we might see a momentum shift. Then we might see Cloud9 take control of the half, lead it over into the second, take the map, and then think about map 3. But until then, it's going to start with a pistol, and it couldn't have come at a more crucial time.
Yeah, and we're actually delayed now. We're into a pause. It looks like Chris J is having to restart real quick. So hopefully we can get that sorted out and get this thing going back underway. And it's going to be interesting to see if Cloud9 could really pick up the pieces here, because as they were talking about down at the desk, this is more of a North American map. We play it so much here. Yeah. It's in every pug. Everybody knows everything there is to know about Dust 2. So it definitely kind of favors us a little bit just because of that, and our playstyle works well on this map.
Now, after watching Cloud9 play at ESWC, one of their greatest strengths, I feel like, on this map especially, is their ability to play 2-1-2, get away with it almost every single time. As Hiko and Thorin were talking about, we have Scudo he's going to be playing Markolov every single round. Mousesports know that. But the difficult part is stopping him, okay? That's one of the strongest angles for him. It's his favorite map. So he can play that spot confidently and always get kills. And that's going to be really difficult. So the other thing is that you can have Freakazoid on a couple of those key rounds, rotate over to Goose, and support him if it keeps ending up being a split A, a 3-2A, or whatever it is that Mouse wants to do. But because Cloud9 are playing this 2-1-2 setup, mid to B is almost never a good option. Yeah. So that's going to limit them to taking A, and because Cloud9 are confident having Shroud as a long anchor and Skadoodle playing Car, it's going to be basically it's going to be basically Mousesports having to bash their head into a wall and hopefully get through it.
Yeah, but we did see them adjust very well on a map that should have been a C9 map. I feel like the adjustments, they should be made by Mousesports on this one. They adjusted so well and so fast to how C9 was playing, and they terrorized them. They just absolutely took them to the brink, and there was nothing C9 could do to get themselves back into that game.
No, you're right.
Except for that big play from Sean.
Yeah, we constantly saw, if we looked at the mini-map, that Gabi was in Sean Garrett's heads on a lot of those rounds, right? The mid-control when they needed it, to break their economy on a round that couldn't have been more important, and straight up having 2 players in A when it was going to be an A hit, a round where Sean Garrett gets 2 entries at B. No one's making a sound in A main, and there are 2 players in A site. 2 of 3 players left on the map, standing strong in the site, waiting. And
they read that play perfectly. Yeah. And that was one of the big ones, that it was just a gigantic heartbreaker if you're Cloud9, because that could have been so easy to rotate out of that one. You have Sean just rotate his way right into Creeper, play the van, catch the initial rotator. By that time, the other 2 are coming over, and you have that 3-on-2 now, and it just, man, that was heartbreaking. But this is a new map. We're going again here. It's a best-of-3 series between these 2 teams. Mousesports took map number 1 in a very dominant fashion. And let's see if Mousesports can do it again here, but it's all going to start with this pistol round. Mousesports trying to grab this one away from Cloud9. We're going to actually have Speedy very aggressive here. Pop Flash comes in. He needs to hit one of these shots. Can't do it. Has to rotate back out. His teammates got to come protect him so he doesn't just get easily mopped up. And Sean Garris is able to get him trying to jump into the pit. Now they're going to force their way up long. Gabi's right there trying to get away. Freakazoid trying to get on top. He can't sound Crease J. There goes Gabi. And Shroud removes him from the round, and that is going to be just next. And Dennis left alive here, 2 versus 5.
Completely brutalized on that round. Almost no chance to retake here. If Shroud goes down and ends up being some sort of close round, I'll be shocked. And 1 player goes down, next takes him down, but he's down to 39 himself and isn't a 1v4. Skadoodle can clean this up with a teammate's jumping Glock. Will it happen? No, nothing. Comes through and finds a second frag.
Yeah, that's the exact kind of round that if you're Cloud9 that you need to get going with here. You need to get a big pistol in your favor. Even more importantly now is the fact we gotta win this anti-eco. We can't let that happen to us. We can't get ecoed here by Mousesports and just let them run away with the rounds. So this will be big.
There's nothing more sensitive right now than these first 2 rounds. Going the way of Cloud9 is huge. They're gonna have the momentum shift back in their favor, have Mousesports play their game. It's what they need. And we have the counter buyout for Mousesports. Obviously, just came off a dominant map. It's a map that's very easy to eco. They're very good with pistols, but there's an opening pick going both ways. Actually, next finds 1. Freakazoid finds a second, and they're getting in the site.
Avoids the grenade. Finally goes down at the end of it. Shroud's able to pick him up, and that's going to make this a 2 versus 3 now. with Skadoodle all the way back towards T-spawn. He's getting pushed here. Gabi is going to be pushing right towards him. Skadoodle here did, and Gabi doesn't get the shot. He will remove him. He's going to be able to pick up that scout now, and that makes it a 3-on-2. As Skadoodle's out of the way, Sean Garrers with 2 HP left alive. Sean Garrers might go down, doesn't fall. Shroud will get him, and that's going to be Gabi left alive now by himself. Trying to jump scout into B-tons. No one's going to exit in that direction, so he will be able to save the scout for his team. But Shroud with a 3K against the ecoing Mousesports.
Yeah, I really love if you know that the team is probably going to play standard and B up to 1 or 2 players, you're still going to have a better time getting in versus pistols, right, with your rifles, and you're going to avoid the scouts, which you know that Mousesports are going to try to utilize to their maximum advantages by playing mid or playing long or playing cat. So staying away from A in that situation is very smart. I think it was a great idea to go B. Even though they lost 2 players, they come out ahead for sure.
Gonna get into round 3 here. Cloud9 still with the gun advantage. As you can see, though, we got the 2 MPs, we got the AK, and it looks like the rest of the team is just gonna go pistol armor. The guys that died, so Skadoodle with pistol armor. We're gonna pistol armor coming out from nothing. As the scout still was saved, gets dropped right back into the hands of Chris J. Gabi is going to be very aggressive out in mid. Same with one of his teammates. They're pushing off catwalk, and that was, who was that was with him? Chris J was super aggressive. They're going to try and collapse on long here. That's going to be Gabi trying to go, and Shroud will shut him down at long. Now Chris J with the scout. Smoke wall is out, and that is easily going to allow Cloud9 to get into that A bomb site with no one there to try and prevent this from happening. Speedy will go down to Freakazoid. That'll turn this into a 5-on-3 with, looks like all 3 of the counter-terrorists trying to work up catwalk at the moment.
Yeah, and because they picked up a scout and an AK, or they saved that scout from last round, they're just going to run away with it and save and allow Dennis to maybe sit here, look for an exit frag if possible, but we already have a Cloud9 members dispersing throughout the map, and wow. Dennis does actually find a frag, and that's huge. With that USP, is going to knock down quite a bit of equipment value there. Does get shot in the head a little bit, and Skadoodle will finish him off with the body tap.
Yeah, Skadoodle going to kind of sit here and hope that maybe something get blown up in his direction. No, he's just going to go down all the way in the pit. I don't think he was able to grab a gun. And ooh, nothing. Almost could have got it cleaved right there by Nex, but no. That's going to be... Oh, Nex doesn't even get to save the AK shot. Garrus comes from behind through T-spawn and will get it out of his hands.
Oh, that's an enormous pickup.
Oh, yes.
Not saving an AK is huge. Like, that's an entire rebuy right there, and that's going to mean that Mousesports' entire lineup is going to be relatively low. Chris J, however, has picked up a scout, and for that reason save money, but at the same time has a scout, and that's a disadvantage in itself. So this is a great opportunity for Cloud9 to make it 5-0. If they're able to win this round, an opening pick goes their way.
Yeah, nothing. Able to open that up. Able to take down Speedy. Gonna spam the smoke just in case anybody's there. That's Freakazoid trying to work that one. And he actually goes down to the scout at Chris J. So evening things back out at 4-4 before Shroud removes Gabi, though. That's gonna help out a lot. You can see if Shroud, he's got one more to beat. That guy's already dropped all the way down into CT spawn. Nex is right there. His teammates are rotating over. Dennis behind him. And Chris J looks like he's gonna try and make his way up cat, or are they just going to commit to the save again here? Looks like they have players backing off, and yeah, they're just going to commit to this save. I'm going to try and go for this here. Chris J going to try and find somebody on the cross. Can't hit the shots, though, as it would be a 3-man retake attempt against Skadoodle and Shroud with full HP. Sean Garrus down to 32, Shroud down to 32 now. So the scout shots are hitting. Chris J finally gets a frag with it, though. Onto Shroud, not going to be able to get over there and grab that gun, though. That's going to make this 4-0 in favor of Cloud9.
Yeah, that's an excellent start to the half so far, and Mousesports opting to save in this situation is pretty much the only decision they could make. I mean, looking at their economy, because Chris J saved that extra couple grand, they're going to be able to buy behind these two rifles. Maybe have one person force. Chris J might throw this op away or scout away, excuse me, for an op, and that could be a lot of good for them. Actually, he's actually just going to drop a rifle. Could have bought an op, dropped the scout, but is confident with this scout in his hands, and I don't blame him. He is pretty good with it.
I mean, he got damage on the 4 players, ended up getting the frag on only one of them, and Skadoodle almost gets naded out right there. Luckily, the other nade lands a little bit too far back, only goes down to 59 HP and gets away for the time being. But Cloud9 looking to try and stay perfect here against the guns of Mousesports, even though it's not a perfect buy coming out from them. Chris J with the scout, Gabi with only a FAMAS here. So, and they have the 3 silent M4, so it's really going to be on the shoulder to those guys with the silent M4s to get some guns down that they can swap into and really try and get a round going here in favor of Mousesports finally. Yeah,
there's a lot of pressure right now on Speedy as he's the man anchoring long, and they've got a player at watching car, but he only has a scout. You know, that's not enough. That's not a one-shot kill. We saw that, why that doesn't work last round, and here we have him push out. Nothing does a lot of damage, but nothing takes him down. And now there's 2 players at long who are going to take a fight. Chris J, will he go down?
Wow, he hits the shot either way. Oh my goodness, Gabi right there to clean something up. That's going to be Sean Gare's got one. Gets traded out quickly. Freakazoid makes it all the way up to the bomb site. Got to look down long, trying to find the shot on the guy on ramp. Dennis is right there. He will go down. Nex is also... actually, Nex is still up here. He's going to be in a tough position, though. Can he get the shot? And he will get the shot. Secure the round with 2 at the end of that, getting himself the 3K Mousesports on the board.
Yeah, huge play from him. That round almost fell apart. Freakazoid, we witnessed Freakazoid with some really great recoil control there, turn his fill spray into a one-tap, but ultimately it wasn't enough. Mousesports put a round on the board. They have an op in their hands now that used to be owned by Skadoodle,
yes.
And that's a huge advantage coming into this one, as they really didn't even have that last round. So now Chris J is going to be pushing up Cat with the op. He's actually going to stay pretty passive here, and we will see a lot more dynamic CT setups from Mousesports, stuff that we won't see from Cloud9, and that can mean different things depending on how much effort Cloud9 put into looking for information before they execute.
Oh, Chris J, great opener there at long, able to take down Shroud into round 6. Mousesports, if they can string together 2 round wins, that's going to be big for them. We'll see if they keep it going. Skadoodle, though, able to get the battle with Chris J and get the victory out of that one. And we'll even it up at 4-4 now. He's going to continue to push it. That's going to be Freakazoid trying to work his way up the ramp. Speedy's right there trying to find the headshot. Can't get it yet. Speedy buying a lot of time for his team, though. Eventually gets the frag with just a FAMAS. Has to pull out the pistol, go for the reload. Sean Gares is right there now, too. The double op. Look, Skadoodle will get one, but the boost comes back up. Is Sean Gares going to be ready for it? No, he's not. And Dennis is able to pick that frag up. Still going to be fighting here, trying to get nothing. Runs out of ammo. Nothing will get that frag. And there goes Gabi. And that is a round back in favor of Cloud9 now. And they're going to reset the economy of Mousesports.
Well played. Finding a hole in the defense, getting that refrag on Chris J was absolutely crucial. He threw a flash, Skadoodle ate it, still took the shot, and found the frag. Once that happened, Long was opened up, and even though they had cat control, sending 4 players up was too much for Mousesports, who were unable to trade. Obviously, all in all, it was a costly round. We see Mousesports now on a save. Cloud9 up 5-1, giving them the treatment that they gave them on cash.
Yeah, they've completely turned this thing around here. Didn't really expect them to play this good, but they're really turning it on now. And Sean Gares with the MP in hand is able to find 2 and B. Shroud from lower gets 2. Can he make it a 3rd? And he's going to get the 3rd frag on the Gabi. And that is another round for Cloud9 now. We're 6-1 as the North Americans are battling back here, trying to take this map.
America. Yeah, now it's actually a double save situation because of that 5-1 scoreline. Now, we did see Cloud9 only win 4 rounds in a row. Mousesports put 1 together, but because the rounds were close before that, prior we saw Nex in that 1v1, it was too costly to be able to buy again, and now Mousesports will have to think about next round as opposed to this round. And that's going to leave it at 7-1 most likely, as we haven't seen egos so far.
This read out in the middle, though. Shroud's able to take down Nex. Gob was able to get one onto Sean Gares, or Gabi was able to make that happen. Can nothing stay up? Nothing does get Dennis out of the way. We still have Skadoodle right there around the corner. Low on HP. He will get picked up by Gabi. That is going to be good frag. Freakazoid out, and mid's got to avoid that. And I was about to talk about how Cloud9 really speeding this up here, going to try and catch Mousesports off guard. They both did it to each other. I mean, Mousesports, as soon as Cloud9 had people up mid, Mousesports had 2 people up mid, getting the bomb dropped right there at Suicide.
Okay, now it's Chris J. And nothing. Oh, Chris J finds the rotational kill on nothing. And they were waiting on him. Their plan here to get the bomb back was contingent on nothing getting a lurk frag, and he couldn't do it. Too aware was Chris J. And now they don't really have a lot of options.
Yeah, we had Freakazoid and Shroud left alive versus Speedy, Chris J, and Gabi. And Gabi's got himself that 2K already, as Speedy's going to be down to 65 HP, Chris J at 66. Gabi is going to be at 39. Now they're just going to be holding on here to that bomb. As I said, down and near Suicide. Oh, Speedy hits the first shot on the Freakazoid. Shroud will answer, though. Hunting for the frag. He's got about 23 seconds left on the clock here, so he's got some time to work with. He's just trying to figure out where the other CT is. Got to look down mid. He's right there. The double doors get spammed a little bit. Can he make the shot happen? If anyone can pull this 1v2, at this point, he's got to get the frags. He doesn't have time to be able to get back to the bomb site. He needs the frags. He'll never make it up catwalk. And I think he's just going to go for safety at this point, save the rifle as he knows he's never making it anywhere. And yeah, he's going to go for the safety play, try and hold on to the gun. But Mousesports is going to be able to pick up a round here onto Cloud9. That makes it 6-2.
We've all seen situations like this. A team is getting destroyed. They have 1 round. They're on the CT side, and then they win an eco round all of a sudden. That can really steal back the momentum. Look, Chris J and Dennis both have ops. Now, Cloud9 are going to have a bye, but it's really not great. They have a Galil. They've got full nades on one player. Shroud is low on them, and if they don't win this round, they're going to be back on its save. Mousesports could put 2 rounds together. So after getting eco'd, it would be devastating for them to lose this rifle round.
Skadoodle, though.
Not looking to let that happen. Opens it up with a 1-kill, a 1-shot kill on Cat, and that was one of the ops down.
Yeah, I mean, that was it wasn't. A little bit more mid-presence coming out there from Cloud9, leaving one player deep back a little bit to watch that, and that's how they got punished last round. They didn't have a good mid-presence. Well, they did, except it was all the way on CT side of mid instead of their own side of mid, and they got punished by those 2 players working up catwalk very, very fast. So adjusting well here is Cloud9, thinking that's going to happen again, and they're able to catch Speedy, trying to get aggressive off the back of Cat, which is going to be a great opener for them and give them that 1-round advantage going into round 9.
Yeah, now Freak is going to be clearing out Cat by himself, and because he has no resistance, they might assume that there's going to be some sort of long control, but now that they're out long, they have control of it. There are no great spots that they need to defend from. God, B is going to take a fight, and he's going to be traded 1-for-1. I don't know if that favors them. Chris J is going to be on the site. He has an op, and he's getting tagged right through the box. So much pressure being put on right now.
And Shroud is right there ready to trade this frag out, but it doesn't matter. Chris J will get the shot. Freakazoid on the trade, and Freakazoid with the secondary frag on the next before nothing goes down to Dennis. It's going to be a 1-on-2 here. And Dennis actually picks up an AK, drops the op. He's going to try and rotate up the catwalk as the bomb's going to be getting planned for long. This might be deadly for Freakazoid here. If Dennis peeks out in time, can he get the shot? He is going to be able to get the shot, but the bomb is going to be down in position for Skadoodle. He's going to smoke, throw a flashbang, going to throw another flashbang. Skadoodle's got to run up on this bomb. Dennis is able to get on it. Can Skadoodle get the shot to the smoke? Can he get in? Skadoodle gets the hero. The 1-versus-1 clutch for Skadoodle. What an absolute animal making that happen.
Oh my
Cloud9 up 7-2 over Mousesports.
When it couldn't have mattered more. The 1v1, oh my goodness. Planning for long in that situation was a huge risk, and that plan was almost destroyed when Freak died as soon as he put the bomb down. That left Skadoodle in a 1v1, and he made the heads-up play as actually pushing up to the site as opposed to staying on long plat. If he didn't do that immediately, he might not have been able to get the better of Speedy in that situation and shoot him on the opposite side of that smoke.
A little bit of a footsie game here at long. Shroud's able to take down Speedy, though. Avoids taking any real damage there. Actually avoids taking any damage at all. And that's going to make this a 5-on-4 quickly into round 10. And Cloud9 going against the ecoing Mousesports. This is the round that they should be able to officially win the half. Get themselves those 8 rounds. The worst they could do at that point is if they happen to lose out somehow to Mousesports, beat 8-7.5, which is exactly what they want. Nothing from lower. Be able to pick up a secondary one. Gabi goes down. Same with Chris J. Nothing's going to hunt for a 3K. Gets himself the 3rd. The 4th man will be there at the bottom of lower B. He's going to push in, and Nothing's able to secure the 4K for Cloud9. And that's another round in their favor. They've officially won this half now. If they can keep going, you got to add a little bit more butter on that bread. These guys want this map.
Yeah, it's a numerical victory, but at this point, they're doing so well. They just want to keep winning out. And the thing is, I thought that this would be a map where CT sides prevail. Okay, Mousesports are a team where there are other teams that play with a heavy amount of strategy, but Mousesports is one that plays with a heavy amount of strategy on CT side. They have various setups on CT side that they use on all maps. And so I thought that they would have a great time getting rounds. Now, because Cloud9 have already put up a fantastic CT side, it's going to be really difficult for them to change things. But Next already comes out with a 2K this round. With those 2 players rushing B,
we're actually going to have those guys out mid. Next was able to shut that down. And let's see if they can keep this going here. They do have a 2-man advantage, but the bomb is down in a great neutral location with a player inside the B bomb site right now, just kind of holding right. And I believe that's going to be nothing inside there. Yeah,
he's going for the jump. Oh,
Speedy shuts it down. Dennis will remove Skadoodle. Now we only have nothing inside B. Bomb is down outside B tunnels, and all of Mousesports is rotating in this direction. Now finally, the 5th man, here he comes, rotating out of long, so Nothing can go back and get the bomb. I don't know if they saw him cross right there. I'm pretty sure Nex was just on that cross, able to see it. And Nothing's going to actually walk back towards the B bomb site, see if he could sound fake anyone and make them think that he's trying to cross back through G spawn into the A bomb site.
Look at how patiently they're playing right now. Right now, Dennis is actually moving into the site, but Nothing is trying to cross, and they're just watching it. Yeah, they take him down, and that's because Nex put up a very important 2-frag on players rushing. Those some hot shots right there. And
out in mid, that was an amazing shutdown right there. Not allowing those guys to get there. That was great plays.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the kind of player Nex is. You put a rifle in his hands and he gets the KD of an opper with headshots. to match. So now Cloud9 are on that. You know, they have that Galil. It's going to be a similar buy to what we saw on a round previous.
Almost hit that. He almost hit that shot on mid. Just tried to spam the shot through the smoke there. Didn't quite work out, but that would have been absolutely amazing to really open it up. And yeah, as you said, Launders, they don't got the best buy here.
No. Now, there's actually players postured over towards long, and we've seen Cloud9 try to take a late long. I think Mousesports have tuned into this and are ready for it. Speedy's going to be, with the assistance of a smoke, sitting out here and anchoring. And now Gob is going to be pushing off Cat as well. So they're looking for information.
Oh, look at the push into upper B, though. They're going to be going right into that, and we do have a terrorist sitting there in the B-tons. That is going to be nothing, just waiting at the stairs. If they get too aggressive here and try and make something happen in mid, nothing might have a good chance to try and pick these up. No, they're actually going to back up away. That is going to be next. And Chris J back in their way back out as here comes the A hit coming out. Speedy's going to be in the pit, able to hit the first one and a secondary one as Shroud finally trades him out. There goes Shroud down to Dennis, but nothing will find some traction out in mid. But the bomb is going to be down long. Nothing's going to grab it off. He sees the guy jump in CT spawn. Can he hit the quick flick off shot? Not able to get it right off the bat. He's got two CTs there in his face. Going to try and pick back up his AK. Grabs it. Will rotate back away as we have worked this into a 2-on-2 now.
Oh my goodness. 25 seconds left, and that's the only thing working against Cloud9 right now. Scoodle has picked up the bomb, but they don't have many options. Now, they know both players are in CT because they were shooting it from either side. That is nothing. And he is going to be jumping across, but the thing is, Scoodle has the bomb and has no way of getting away easily. Now, he's going to be able to pick it up. Will he be able to plan for long plat? That could be a huge play right here. There are actually no nades on the part of the CTs, and Scoodle finds the frags as well. That might lock it up.
We're going to have Gabi, the last one standing here, 1v2. We're going to be trying to take the initial fight with Skadoodle, and the op of Skadoodle will prevail again. That's going to be 9-3, excuse me, in favor of Cloud9 now. And this is getting a little out of hand for Mousesports here. If Cloud9 keeps this going, we will see that map number 3.
Yeah, I mean, that was a round where they had to completely outplay Mousesports to win it. The bomb was down in their control, and we have Mousesports reacting to nothing at the mid doors when he didn't even have the bomb. Now, he managed to keep two players there long enough for Skadoodle to take his 1v1 fight and win it. And once they got the bomb down, they played that 2v2 to perfection.
Yeah, great plays coming out here from Cloud9, especially from Skadoodle with the opposite hands. Freakazoid takes a... No, actually, that was Sean Garris who took the damage to get the frag, and Freakazoid's able to get 2 out of that exchange. It is going against an ecoing Mousesports here with some upgraded pistols. We still got a P250, we still got a Deagle, and we still have a 5.7. Chris J doesn't need the 5.7 now after he got the headshot on the nothing. He will pick it up, trade it out for the AK. Freakazoid with a great spray down into CT towards the elevator. Will hit the shot on the next. He's got himself 3, and that just leaves Dennis and Chris J. And Chris J already committed to the save with his AK.
Yeah, now that was another great round so far. They've cleaned up without losing too many members. We're nearing the end of the half here, and Cloud9 have gotten 9 rounds already. At this point, they're not going to be happy unless they get 11, right? That's their kind of quota, I'm sure. Giving up one more rifle round wouldn't be the biggest deal in the world for them. And moving into CT side, it's going to be extremely tough. Freak actually entering
he's hunting for
what
the ace
looks
right
for
now.
an ace, and he's going to find Chris J right now.
The gunfight right here. Can he get the ace out of this? Chris J knows that he's been spotted. Can Freakazoid get the ace? Got to get away from the flashbang. Can he get it? Chris J peeks out. Can't get the ace. He will get denied. But it didn't even matter anyways. He just wanted to get the 5K on the round and prevent Chris J from saving the AK. So very close. Only got 4. But Cloud9, though, they're up 10-3 right now. 7 rounds in their favor.
Yeah, absolutely. Still a hero that round, obviously getting 4 kills, 2 entries at least. Now, Cloud9s have 10 rounds to the 3 of Mousesports. Can look at a maximum of a 12-3 half. That's extremely impressive. I mean, if they're able to do that, there's pretty much very little hope for Mousesports, as the CT side is the side that they need to watch out for. Now we have 3 players on plat, kind of caught out of position at this point.
Oh, that Molotov's going to force the player out of Goose. He's going to have to try and rotate away. Almost getting ripped apart right there. Freakazoid with a great shot on Gabi. And now Speedy quickly trades that back out. But man, Freakazoid's entries right now are helping a ton. Chris J with the op. Great piercing shot to remove nothing. He's going to be completely smoked out. Now here comes the rotates coming in. Speedy's right on top of it. Same with Nex, and Nex will get around. That is actually going to be a 2K for Speedy, a 2K for Nex, and Mousesports, great play coming out from them. That makes it 10-4 as we hit the final round of first half.
Yeah, well played by Mousesports there. They gave up long control and still managed to figure out how to win that round after Cloud9 were making their way up really, really quickly. And after that recovery, Mousesports would want nothing more than to just seal up this half with a 5-10, look towards their T side, and just start over again. With that being said, Cloud9 are definitely in the lead either way.
Yeah.
And have a broken buy, though, to work against. Skadoodle is going to have the lead here, I think.
Yeah, broken buy coming out. They had no choice. They had to pay everything they could into this round to get whatever they could to try and make this an 11-4 half. I mean, either way, if it ends up being 10-5, that's still great. 11-4 would be even better for you, give you even more room to work with. They just need to keep the momentum going through the end of this half and try and carry that all the way into the beginning of the next half, and hopefully have no issues closing this game out.
Yeah, everybody wants to see a map 3. No bias there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Day is going to be holding off the cat. We've seen this before, but even when they play too long, Cloud9 have managed to get some kind of favorable trade situation. But because the equipment value is so drastically in Mousesports' favor, that might not be the case this time.
Ooh,
Chris Day is going to take an op shot. He's actually going to fall off now after doing some damage.
He got a leg right there onto Skadoodle, almost punished him for trying to come up behind his own teammate. So now we're going to have Shroud sitting with that scout, trying to get an angle out, trying to shoulder peek, see if anyone's going to be working towards heaven right now. And it doesn't look like anybody is going towards elevator. Wow, I forgot what map I was on.
Elevator.
Calling nuke all of a sudden. But yeah, trying to make their way out. Gabi is going to be right there, able to take down Shroud. Chris J gets the op shot up. Skadoodle does get one. Speedy on the trade out. There goes Sean Garrett. Now it's all up to Skadoodle. Able to hit another shot. That's a 2K and a 3K for him. Can he do this? He has the bomb on his back. He's 1v2 now. 16 HP. The initial player's coming up. Catwalker now. I don't think he's going to get off the bomb in time. And he couldn't do it. Woo. Dennis will close it out. That could have been some more heroics coming from Skadoodle right there with the 3.
I started sweating 3 rounds in, but I sweat about twice as much in those last few moments.
But that's a good half. Either way you look at it for Cloud9, 10-5 will be the score.
Yeah.
That's much better. That's a vast improvement off of what we saw from Cash. If they can keep the momentum going here, I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a shift as the Mousesports was able to get some rounds in a row there at the end. But Cloud9 really needs to keep going with the way they're shooting. And I mean, you're letting Skadoodle absolutely go off right now. If Skadoodle continues to shoot that way, just let him go. Let him do his thing. Let him be free and just dominate.
And again, after that, 16-4 Cash map, it might have looked bleak coming into this for Cloud9, but for them to get 10 rounds on T side and have this like really solid setup, I think they figured it out on the CT side. I mean, I hate to compare apples and oranges, and that is comparing 2 teams that have very different play styles. But even from the perspective of individual skill, like Na'Vi have Mousesports beat. And Na'Vi could not figure out how to break the defenses of Cloud9.
Yeah.
So coming into this half, with or without the pistol, they're going to feel great. But without the pistol, Mousesports are going to be able to almost equalize, and that runs a risk for them. So as much as I'd like to say this 10 rounds is enough, it might not be.
Yeah, it's going to be tough either way, but I think this is the best. I mean, it could have been better. Of course, you could have won a 15-0. You could have done a 14-1. That could have happened. That could be the best. But the way the rounds went, this is the best possible chance Cloud9 has. And it's a much, much more amazing step forward from what we saw in map number 1.
Yeah, well, nothing. Pushing all the way up mid right now is going to be spotting. Greenbox going to take a fight with Chris J. Actually wins that battle. That's huge. And now the pressure is put on Long. Skadoodle will push all the way back to elbow. And is good.
Man. Gets deep, though, in the exchange, though. Goes all the way down to 5 HP. Nothing gets picked off. Freakazoid up the catwalk, trying to fight it out with the player. That's going to be Nex right there. Nex actually does go down to Skadoodle. So with only 5 HP, peeking those corners, as Freakazoid only has 1. Bomb has not been planted yet, but they're going to get flanked up catwalk. They need to turn around and take this fight. Somebody needs to get on top of Dennis and not allow him to just be a nuisance right there. But there goes Skadoodle out of the way, thanks to Speedy. They're going to try and push up on the bomb side a little bit. Shroud does take down Gabi. Speedy's able to remove Sean Garrett. They're going to turn this into a 2-on-2 here. Low on HP will be Freakazoid with Shroud still up at 100. They're going to take a safer plant position, though. They will get it down. Freakazoid will be your entry man once again. Low on HP, trying to get out there. Shroud will hit the shot on the desk. Can they get another pistol in their favor? Speedy's still up. Can he fight it out? Low, both players having to go on a reload. Speedy still very low. 31 HP can... Oh my goodness, can Shroud finally hit the shot just above the box? Inside the side, you can't get it! Speedy will steal it away, gets himself the 4K. I can't believe there were so many chances there for Shroud to get that.
Oh my god, the issue of crouch spamming, am I right? No, but he played that box really well, and Shroud tried to be just as patient. He didn't have cover. He was out in the open, and he had to really, really shoot with confidence there, but couldn't manage to land that last frag. And from a 5v4 situation, it did come down to a 1v1. Cloud9 did lose it, and now are definitely not going to be sleeping. I know they didn't feel comfortable to kick it off. Mousesports, they have a lot of respect for, and we've seen that in the way that they played against them, and the fact that they've 16-4 them on cash just now, but it's a new map, and Cloud9 still have a lead, and actually not opting to buy here. Are just going to be looking to win on the rifle rounds because their strength is in having that op on Scoodle and having that anchor at long with nades.
Yeah, let's see if they can work the pistols here. And I mean, they can use these pistols effectively, try and steal away some of these guns. I mean, there's 2 AKs on the board right now. It would be great to get some frags on those AKs. And it's going to be out mid. Skadoodle's able to hit the first shot. He's able to grab a UMP. Does he go for the repeat here? Next, he knows he's right there trying to spam anyone through the door. Next is going to go for it. Does he go on the repeat? No. Still a teammate there. Skadoodle will have to back up after Next is able to take down Freakazoid. And Sean Garris, he's going to get spotted by Dennis. Again, get taken down inside that B bomb site. That's going to leave Skadoodle and Shroud. Skadoodle tries to step up with that UMP, doesn't get anything out of it. Here comes Shroud on the rotate into lower, and Speedy picks him up. So guns will prevail here in the hands of Mousesports. But Cloud9 had some close opportunities there. Next was low, Speedy was really low. I mean, if they could have gotten Next right there in the doorway, that would have been a free AK.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job on that door, getting those 2 headshots. I mean, I think it might have looked aggressive peeking for that second kill, but that really solidified the round right there. That was a really nice play from him. And Scoodle getting that UMP, I was really fearing for Mousesports in that round, but as soon as Next got that second kill, it felt like it was over for sure. So now Cloud9 are going to be on that second save again. It was a full eco from them, so they might have wished they bought armor there, but at the same time can look forward to being able to buy next round everything that they want. And there's going to be a 4-stack over towards long, and this really doesn't look like a threat to Mousesports, who are stacked up in tunnels.
Yeah, Mousesports made the right call here initially. Let's see if they continue to work with this, though. We're trying to find out if there's a stack somewhere. They haven't really spotted anyone, so they're just kind of waiting this one out to find out what Cloud9 is going to be doing. They know it's a stack. They just don't know where the stack is. So they're going to get up into the B-bomb site, try and clear this thing out. And they're looking for that Lone Ranger there. That's going to be Sean Garris. He will go down. That's going to leave Skadoodle, Freakazoid, Shrouded, nothing left on a 4-man rotate. No reason not to rotate into this one. I mean, you got 5.7s, P250s. Might as well go for it here. And they do have a man coming on a very deep flank. And wonder, he's going to be able to get himself a gun, so that's where I'm going to take him out of this. The Shroud has to hit these shots, though, onto Chris J. That could be an op for them, but it's not going to happen. Actually, a scout, excuse me. But either way, Chris J will get it with the Rec 9, and this will be a secured round for Mousesports.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a great play there, just hitting B, just like we saw Sean Garris do with Cloud9 in the first half. Versus those eco rounds, I think they saw the lack of armor last round and felt that it was going to be another full eco with possible stack into this one, and they were correct about that. So now Mousesports are 2 away from equalizing, but Mousesports have their first buy of the half. Now, if they do lose this round, they're probably going to have to save. If they do win it, Mousesports won't have to save. So Cloud9, in that regard, still have a lot of work to do and are not out of the woods yet.
Only going to be down by 2 rounds now. Mousesports has brought this back decently close. But Cloud9 back onto a full buy. They got the op in the hands of Skadoodle. Look at this 2-man stack. They're going to fast cat right now. And it's going to be fast out mid, though, already for one of the Mousesports players. That's going to be Next, all the way out mid towards CT side. He's going to get a flank up, and they have no idea that he's there yet. Freakazoid not even looking in that direction. He will get taken down. So now Next out in mid, causing a ton of trouble here as Nothing's able to pick up Dennis, though. They're not going to allow him into the site. Nothing's able to get himself 3 frags on that round, and they have locked down the B bomb site. Bomb is going to be dropped, and now it's all up to Chris J with 11 HP and Speedy with 100, and this round is looking unwinnable at this point. Wow,
I was looking left and right and seeing all these frags happen, all these players getting way into positions that they shouldn't be getting, and thinking Mouse have the confusional advantage. They try to take advantage of it. Here, Speedy actually jumped off Cat. He's in CT. This round isn't over yet, even though Chris J is low, but they're gonna rely on Speedy to get a frag here, and it looks like he's doing some damage to Skadoodle. Actually takes him down, but is low now, and it's kind of in the same spot as Chris J, so Chris J might move out and try to equalize.
Yeah, Speedy's going to make the smart play here. He's going to grab the op, try and run away. No one is going to contest that, so he will be able to get away with that op. He's going to be able to give that to Chris J. So Chris J now getting a little aggressive here, wanting to try and find himself a different gun because he is going to get dropped that op. So if he could get an AK that he could drop back to one of his teammates, that would be a really good save for him to make happen here. But and not looking like he's going to have too much luck with that.
And in the midst of all the confusion, Jordan Nothing Gilbert gets 3 frags in the B site. I mean, if he wasn't able to do that, Oh, and a fourth here.
Yeah, got himself the 4th K now.
Yeah, he took the round into his own hands and won it in the situation where Cloud9 would have had to save if not for it. Now, they didn't actually find an op. I wonder if they'll be able to rebuy one, and it looks like not quite. So they're going to be relying on rifles here. It's going to be up against another buy of Mousesports, as we talked about, but Speedy is going to have an op on himself. Will he trade that to Tris J? I wonder if he will. Sometimes we see the player. Oftentimes we see the player who picks up the op, even if they aren't the opper for the team, just keep it. It's like one of the wow, pick through the door.
And he makes it work for himself. That wasn't even through the door nonetheless. That was clean down. And that's a great opener there. So apparently that's why Speedy kept the op, because he's going to get that one shot right down mid, drop the gun back to Chris J, and it works out. So great opener here coming from Mousesports. They're able to hit that op shot. Now they're going to slow this thing down a little bit. And except for Gabi all the way up the catwalk already, but the smoke is going to prevent him from really being able to spill out with his teammate and that bomb. And a great touchdown grenade comes in from him to remove Freakazoid from the round. So we will be 5 versus 3. Oh. Mousesports going to try and get this thing back to tied. And I mean, Shroud goes down right there to Gabi also. So this is great for them. It's just Skadoodle and Sean Garrett's left. They're going to pushing out mid. Next is able to take down Skadoodle. Sean Garrett will get the trade out frag. And he's going to be 1 versus 4 with the bomb planted in the A bomb site. And at this point, he doesn't want to go for this. He just wants to hold on to this AK. Their economy already wasn't very good. But Gabi's going to go out the push, and Gabi will clear out lower, gets the frag, and that makes it 11-9 in favor of Cloud9.
What an enormous round from Gob. Hit that one tap, killed a player at Goose, pushed through a smoke, took all the right risks, and made the most of it. Now, I think we have a game on our hands. We got Mousesports buying everything that they want, and Cloud9 are pretty much at the worst place they could be economically. Jordan has, or excuse me, Nothing has $5 grand he could buy, but is not going to. Instead, they're going to have to save and think about future rounds, but they really got picked apart there. And it was also a round where they only had 5 rifles, so that might have made a difference, but even still, because they didn't win it, have to save, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, so we're into round of 21. No frags have come out yet for either team here until just right now when Nex is able to pick up 2 with the AK both headshots. Nothing, Sean Garrett's out of the way. Gabi is going to force his way up into the A-bombs. There goes Freakazoid. There goes Shroud, so it's just Skadoodle left alive. Out in mid with the silent USP now. A-bomb site has been taken, so Skadoodle just going to be lorded down and lower, and he's able to get one on the Speedy, but Dennis is there to trade the frag. Mousesports has brought this back within 1 now. And this is getting dangerous here for Cloud9. Ever since first half, they've only got 1 round.
Yeah, I was just peering at that 7 grand on Nothing there, and it's turned into an op for Skadoodle. So even though people are going to be relatively light, I mean, Shroud can basically afford a swag if he wants to, or just grab a FAMAS. And yeah, now they do have a pretty light buy. I mean, they've only got 2 smokes, so they can only delay and execute for only so long, and they're going to have to rely on excellent sight holds and also the ops of Skadoodle. But it's going to be a fast beat.
They're going to get their way out immediately. Dennis is able to take down Sean Garrett. Nothing with the trade out, though. Can't get more than 1, as Nex will punish him inside that B-bomb site. And we're going to be 3 on 4 now. We'll get some op shots through the smoke to make it back in their favor, or at least tie it up man-wise. But no, it doesn't look like it's going to happen here. We're going to have to do a 3-man retake attempt. Otherwise, Mousesports is going to be able to tie this thing up at 11-11. They're going to know Shroud's there. Should have been spotted from behind. Yeah, now he makes some spray damage. He's going to get caught out in the open here. Chris J's going to be all over him. Can't hit the shot, though, with the P250, and that's going to give him time. But yes, he will collect it as Gabi takes down Freakazoid. Skadoodle tries to rotate out, but Dennis will catch him outside the doors, and that's Mousesports tying this thing up 11-11.
No, yeah, that's not only a tie at this point. They've got 6 rounds in this half. Cloud9 only have 1. They've only proven themselves once so far and have had to save every other round. Apart from losing a pistol, it's all resulted in the score as it is. And now they're back on that save once again. And I can't stress this enough. If you lose rounds in succession, then you're only going to have half of the rifle rounds that you would have if you won maybe 1 or 2 in a row. So if they don't keep that streak up, they're not going to give themselves enough chances to figure out how to beat Mousesports on the T side. And with a straight up rush B, I think that was the perfect call from Gob. It made a lot of sense, and they really, really caught them off guard.
Getting aggressive down in mid here. Let's see, Nex is right there. Sean Garrett is able to take that Dennis, but Nex can't get away from Nothing. And Chris J is going to be at the top mid right now, all by himself down low on HP. Only 6. His teammate with the bomb is actually rotating away from him. They're going to try and take the A-bomb site as the rest of Cloud9 is trying to push up on Chris J. They finally get him down after he removes Sean Garrett also. Freakazoid will get the trade out frag though. That will be an op picked up by Freakazoid. That's going to go to Skadoodle as Shroud's trying to prevent the bomb plant from going. They do have a 4-on-2 here as the bomb is going to get planted in A. I think they're split up a little bit. They're going to send somebody up, back up Catwalk, 2 up Catwalk, 2 down finish CT to try and make this round happen in their favor. They want to win this lead back as Gabi is able to take down nothing. There goes Shroud and Freakazoid. It's all up to Skadoodle now. He does have the op. Can he 1v2? Doesn't have a kit though, so no time really to get onto this one. Ton of time was burned there by Mousesports, and that's Mousesports grabbing a 12th round now. Score will be 12-11.
Oh my goodness. On that eco round, it was a 5v2 situation. They had Chris miss like 3 or 4 shots at top mid, and they took forever to trade him out. And by that time, they pushed up long, they got the bomb down, they played it 2v4, and they smoked off Cat, and Cloud9 were running around in circles. It looked like a lot of confusion. It honestly looked bad, and I hate to see it, but that was a full eco, and even though it was a full eco, they should have won it, and I'm sure they weren't happy with the way they played that round out.
No, not at all right there. That should have been another round that Cloud9 should have been able to get. As you said, if they would have been a little bit more aggressive and sped up mid a little bit more, that could have been the op way quicker in the hands of the Skadoodle or Freakazoid, and then possibly leak that thing back out through long and caught those guys trying to go up the ramp as you have Shroud trying to contest on the catwalk. But it didn't work out that way. A little too slow. Mousesports is now up by 1 round, and this was a game that we were looking at, again, another situation where Cloud9's got the advantage going out of first half, and it's faltering now. They're not able to close this thing out. I mean, they've only got 1 round so far. Mousesports has regained the lead. They're getting aggressive out long. Speedy's able to hit 2. Skadoodle will take down Dennis, but Shroud and Skadoodle both out of the way. That's going to leave Freakazoid on the rotate over up into ramp. And it's quickly getting out of hand back in favor of Mousesports here. They have that 1-man advantage. Speedy with 2 already. And Cloud9 desperately needs to get some frags here.
Oh my goodness. Now they're waiting on Chris J, who has the op inside of B, and we have nothing here, just sitting at mid, waiting for a cat push. But Chris is going to find one in CT, takes out Sean Gares, and reduces their hopes of winning that round drastically. At this point, nothing could try to cut off the bomb. He actually is in a position to do so. They don't know where he is, but they're throwing great smokes right now in tunnels. And he might be able to see around this, though. This could be a huge play from nothing. Actually finds 2 frags with 1 spray. Gets the bomb down, now it's a 2-on-2. Chris J is left at the B side, can't really do much for his team, and the other player, Speedy, is all the way at top mid.
Oh my goodness, Cloud9 is looking like they should be able to tie this up now. We were riding them out of that round. They're done. They're out of this round. Good smokes came down. There was a seam, but here comes the rotate. Both players are coming down through lower. Chris J takes that Freakazoid. It's all up to nothing, and he can't pull it back. Chris J gets both of those frags. 2 of them go in favor of Speedy, the other 3 for Chris J, and that is going to be Mousesports up 13-11 over C9.
Oh my goodness. We look back at that round, and I feel like we're going to look back at that round and shake our heads, because that was almost the best recovery that you could have asked for. I mean, nothing made such a huge play for his team there, and they failed to close it out in that 2v2, and now Mousesports have that lead. It's 13-11. Cloud9 are back on that force buy. Skadoodle does have his op again, but the thing was, they're relying so much on being able to pull off this 2-1-2 that we saw last round, both of them go down instantly without a single trade, and that's not a good sign.
No, not even in the least bit here. So Mousesports with the 2-round advantage. Cloud9 going to be buying out into this one. Skadoodle with the op will hit Gabi and remove him. That's going to make this a 5-on-4 now. Skadoodle trying to find another frag. Can he line these up? He's completely blind here, but luckily the Terrors were blind too, so he's able to get out and escape using this smoke as cover. Now he's going to step out. He knows Speedy's right there. Speedy's going to try and work around the blue dumpster, but great positioning coming out, and Skadoodle's just going to hang on for the time being. Bomb will get planted. Shroud removes Speedy. So now it will be a 5-on-3 bomb planted at A as Chris J drops nothing down and out of the round. Let's see if anyone can get up close enough. Shroud will be your close man. Shroud will go down right near Game Helper as Skadoodle gets another shot. So the op is down, out of the way for Cloud9 to try and get up and get onto this bomb. They have 1 player right there at elbow. They have 1 player on catwalk. Can they pick these frags up? That's actually Dennis who grabs one. They know where the final player is. That's going to be Dennis. They have to take him down. 1-on-1 shot. Can't do it. And Mousesports will get another clutch. Dennis with the 4K, and they're going to be up at 14 rounds.
Oh my god, insane 4 frag. And Skadoodle there got the opening frag from Carr. Fell off to long. They were able to kill our player at long at blue bin. He went down. 5v3. They get up Cat because it's wide open. They plant the bomb, and they play that after plant. Because the rotates didn't come out from B fast enough, they were able to go all the way back through Cat, clear it off, and then defend from there, when they should have never been able to because they didn't have 5 players. And now we have 14-11. Cloud9, Skadoodle with the fake op, and Freak through nothing, all with way worse rifles than an M4. These is a huge disadvantage for the positions they want to play.
Yeah, this is gigantic here for Mousesports. They're going to be one round away from locking up that 15th round and guaranteeing themselves at least the overtime here. And I know I've already said it before, but I mean, man, I thought Cloud9 had this one. 10-5 half, they were looking very strong. And the 5 rounds that they did actually lose were just kind of like, you know, it was a simple little mistake. It didn't work out for them there. They're not going to let that happen anymore. As soon as they have switched here, Mousesports has been on fire. They figured out everything that they needed to. They know what Cloud9 is doing. They're out aiming, they're out shooting, they're getting the frags in their favor. It's nuts. They're playing so good right now.
Yeah, we're seeing a difference right here is now we have 3 players towards B, and at first it looked like a bad call because Gob seemed to be calling to move up towards Cat, but it looks like mid is being scoped out, and I don't know if they're just going to clear it or if they're actually going to go mid to B, because if they do, this is going to favor Cloud9 quite a bit, and it looks like it is going to be a mid to B, but that means the trades have to come out.
Yeah, they got to hit these shots. Coming out right off the bat is going to be nothing and Freakazoid, both getting frags. That's going to be Freakazoid with 2, but he's down. Chris J walks into the bomb site, removes Sean Gares from hiding around the corner, and that turns it into a 2-on-2. A manageable 2-on-2 here, because Shroud does have the FAMAS. Skadoodle with the scout in his hands. This Molotov is going to land a little bit back behind Dennis, but that forces Dennis down below the window. Here comes another Molotov. That Molotov takes a great bounce. Shroud's going to go right in on it. Chris J is able to hit the shot. Skadoodle hits the shot! Takes down Chris J and keeps Cloud9 in this, and Skadoodle is absolutely heroing right now for Cloud9. The kid is insane. He keeps it alive, and Cloud9's not out of it yet.
Turns out he was using the wrong gun.
Apparently.
Oh my goodness, what a play. The 180, first bullet on the turnaround spray, headshot. But look at the faces of Cloud9. They're not happy. They're not happy. They've lost so many rounds that they shouldn't have, and that was a hero play to maybe breathe a breath of life into them, and it might be all they need. I mean, that was an amazing shot.
Oh my God.
Chris J opens up on the next round with one of his own.
Right into the head of nothing through the door, and that is absolutely rough. After you have somebody like Skadoodle have such a big round there, then 1v2, able to get it done in the B bomb site to keep his team in this, prevent Mousesports from going to that 15th round. And man, that is heartbreaking to drop nothing right off the bat. But Cloud9 gonna only be down by 1 player here. They can still battle back into this round. I mean, no one's been able to take a bomb site yet. And they're not out of it here.
They were at a huge disadvantage last round, 5v5. At this point, they're basically on the same amount of equivalent value with 4 players, and instead of playing 2-on-2, they're playing 2-2, but they're pushing upper B, and that's going to be the key play here. The issue last time was they got up Cat, and the rotates came out too late. Now, the rotates are going to be well within time, and here we have Sean Gares actually moving into lore, but it's being spotted. Will he get killed? Nex actually takes him down.
Wow, Nex is able to sniff that one and take him down, but do they check for the secondary? Oh yeah, they are looking for that secondary player. That's going to be Freakazoid. Now they're looking everywhere. They're checking in every direction, worried about, did we take too long to get here on Catwalk? And if Freakazoid plays this smart here, Freakazoid's going to have a good chance to rotate in behind these players and get some good frags. And he's actually going to push his way back up into upper B, thinking that it's going to be a mid to B right now. That might be the wrong call, and it is going to be the wrong call as they're trying to get their way up. Catwalk, he's going to rotate into B. He will have a long rotate. Can Skadoodle with his op in hand. Get some shots up. Misses the first 2 initially. Got to get the one onto Dennis, though. It finally goes down. Gabi is going to drop down into CT. Next takes down Shroud, so we just have Freakazoid. Freakazoid going to get the flank. Can he get more shots than that? Able to get the first one. He's getting hunted here. We'll get Chris J, but Speedy gets the trade out, and that's 15 rounds now in favor of Mousesports.
Wow, yeah, match point. Well earned, honestly. Like, Chris J obviously getting an off headshot through the door. How do you really plan for that? That was such a fantastic shot. And then working that cat control, though, I feel like was a bit of a misstep. If they knew Sean Gares, when he pushes upper B, that's going to leave the B site completely open. 2 players push with him, and once they get into lower, your mid to B is wide open. They got that pick early in the round. They probably should have gone there. Now, the fact of the matter is Shroud and Skadoodle didn't get enough kills. They were both playing A site. They walked right into them in that 2-on-2. If it was any other situation, even if they had 5 players alive, 4 players coming up cat is supposed to favor them, and they couldn't make it happen. And now we're on match point. Cloud9 actually don't have that much money. I mean, barely any money at all. We're going to take a second to talk about things, and I think it's a well-needed second.
Yeah, this is a great tactical pause coming out here. Now, let me pick your brain. If you were in Sean Garrett's shoes right now, what are you saying to your guys? What are you telling these guys?
I don't know. If we have Gabi going for early mid control as they are, you could have Cloud9 push long if they don't think it's going to be an early long. It's going to be more about what Sean Garrett thinks Gabi wants to posture towards doing. They actually play the game fairly similarly, right? Calculated CT pushes, early mid control, or simply playing back. Now, the thing about Cloud9 is they have the strength of playing that 2-1-2 setup, and Mousesports don't feel like they have that advantage. Or they regularly play 3A in the same spot, hold off cat, wait for a long push, or hold off long and wait for a cat push. But in this situation, because they're low, we saw them almost win that eco by going with a flash over mid and pushing straight up. So if Gabi want to come right out mid and Cloud9 are there to meet them, they're closing that distance by having pistols, and will have a great chance to get some headshots and actually win a round pretty easily, I'm sure.
Yeah, because at this point, Mousesport knows the economy of Cloud9 is not great. So let's see what Mousesports tries to throw together here.
We have the fast cat.
Yeah, it looks not really going that hard at it. And those two guys are going to be able to push off a catwalk. Let's see if they can pick up the lower B. I think they spotted the lower B player, so it's going to be a good read for them. If they can sit back a little bit here and allow Mousesports to rotate into this, they might be able to steal away a gun or two.
Yeah, and now Gob, just look at this, just calling for everybody to hold their spots, and Cloud9 just waiting really close for someone to peek, someone to get nervous, someone to get anxious, and I hope that they are keying into this at this moment. Gob is working his way down middle, putting himself in the bad position, and Sean Garrett's punching him for it.
Oh, Skadoodle almost gets ripped through the door right there, stays up somehow. They know players on catwalk, they know they're aggressive. Chris J is able to hit the shot on a Freakazoid. They're going to continue to try and re-peek on him. That makes it a 4-on-4 here with Next down to 3 HP. Sean Garrett's holding inside the tunnels, doing some good damage to Dennis, brings him down to 10, and Chris J goes down to 23, so the only player with full HP here is going to be Speedy at 100, but Next and Chris J both get frags. This could be it here, unless Sean Garrett and Nothing both could come up big, and I mean, everybody on the T side is so extremely low here. Nothing trying to get the jump scout. Sean Garrett is going to push right down mid. Speedy's going to take down Nothing. Sean Garrett's got to look back towards the mid doors and be very careful here. Pulls out the AK that he picks up. Can he get the shot? Trying to spray through the smoke. He will get the shot onto Dennis. It's up to him 1v3 to keep his team alive, and in this, sees the initial player. That's going to be Speedy. Drops down into CT spawn, looking to see if Sean Garrett tries to jump up over him. And that will be planted for,
it's planted for CT at this point. Like, Speedy could just straight shoot him off this box.
That is so rough where the bomb is planted. He needs to try and get these frags very fast here. Doesn't even have a kit. Time is running out.